How's it going? How's it going, everyone? We are live. We are live. We're finally live doing another live stream. Pretty excited. I'm just gonna absolutely make sure that I am live. Excited. I'm just gonna absolutely make sure that I am. There we go. We are live. Okay. Audio's working. It's just not showing on my screen. Hey Donovan, how's it going? How's it going? Hope all is well. So we've kind of, that's not going to be too long tonight, but we're just going to go over some stuff. We're going to talk about some things, hang out, chill, have some fun. Going to talk about the news stuff, the new review that came out today, the Baragon that we just unboxed today. We're going to talk about the CCPs, which are pretty damn exciting. Kind of just dropped on us out of nowhere, so I'm pretty excited about that. Looking at maybe an hour, maybe hour and a half, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. We'll see. But I guess it just kind of depends on you guys. If you guys got time, got all the time in the world. I have officially started my vacation today from work, so pretty excited. Just a reminder, everyone, I will be out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kind of typically what happens when I'm at work, but I will be out of town. Might do a live stream from the hotel Friday night, maybe, probably unlikely, but maybe. I'm going to be working on the Baragon, the X Plus Baragon that we unboxed today. I'm going to be working on that review tonight and tomorrow, so that is done, or at least ready to be edited. Maybe I might bring the iPad with me so I can do some editing on the road once I'm at the hotel, of course, not while I'm driving. So we might do that when we get to where we need to go. And I'll be posted this weekend. I don't know much about Gravity Falls, Donovan, so I couldn't really say for sure. Um, that was released pretty much after I lost cable, so I've never seen Gravity Falls. So, but I know Bill's like the villain, right? I think he's strong. I don't know. He's like immortal or something like that. I don't know. I don't know much about the show, so I cannot answer that. But so the Baragon review will hopefully release this weekend. Like I said, maybe a review Friday night, or not a review, a live stream Friday night, and then I'll be back Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna go live on Sunday or not this week again, so that'd be 3 Sundays in a row. I just kind of want to, I might not have a I might not have a voice for one. I'm gonna be pretty banged up after this festival, so um, pretty expected to leave bruised and bloodied. Pretty typical for this type of show, which is a-okay with me. Um, means I really gotta, our shoes. I don't know. Basically, I have no understanding of Pokemon after the fourth generation. So everything within the first four, uh, I can talk. Everything after that, I played Pokemon White, but I finished it, but like I did it over like months. I just more into those first four generations. Everything newer and just not really into besides Sylvie. The late I say the latest, like it's not like almost what, it's gotta be closing in on 10 years now. Almost getting close. 10 years, the fairy evolution of Eevee. Still waiting on the other evolutions, because I don't know why they won't, but yeah. So um yeah. So a review this weekend. I don't know what day. Probably maybe Saturday. I might drop it while I'm at the festival. Just get it preloaded and everything ready to go. Um, and then live stream maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. Probably not likely. And then I'm thinking about going live tomorrow as well before I go to bed. Kind of like this, except a little bit earlier. I'm going to plan on it being a bit earlier. So, but we'll see. Tomorrow. probably going to be themed. Probably going to be the Tokyo SOS movie marathon episode, so we can continue down that path. I have watched Tokyo SOS a few times between now and then, or from when I pulled it out of the hat and to now. So it would be. I think I'm pretty ready for it, but we'll see. We'll see. That would be a shorter stream. I think I'm going to try to keep these movie themes. If it's just me, I think I'm going to try to keep them like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I don't really see the entertainment value on the rewatchable side, or like the, if you're catching it after the live stream. I feel like if they're any longer than that, they're not really that entertaining personally to me. Who's your favorite fan? I don't have a favorite fan. I appreciate all of you guys equally. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without fans, so I don't have favorites. I just not what I like to do. I appreciate all of you equally and uniquely. All of you helped grow the channel, and you keep supporting the channel, and I really appreciate it. So I really, really thank you guys. But I guess we should kind of move on to Baragon real quick. I'm not going to talk too much about Baragon because the review's not out. Expect a voiceover. Matt, you naughty, naughty boy. You naughty, naughty boy. I expect a voiceover with the Baragon, so it's going to be a review. It's not going to be a showcase. I'm very, very excited to get it started. This thing is just incredible. When I've been sitting in my room, just sitting here, I've had it in my lap, just looking at it. The details on this figure are just insane. I am so pumped to have this. This Baragon, absolutely worth the wait, and I'm very, very, very excited to review it. So expect that this weekend. Very, very excited. I don't want to talk too much. Obviously, you guys can tell I'm in love with the thing, but I want to save what I can for the review. So I'm going to kind of leave it there. But I'm very, very excited. Expect it this weekend. I'm going to try to figure out something to do differently with it to kind of spice it up for myself and for you guys. But we'll see. I kind of have an idea, but I'll see if I'm actually able to commit to the idea. For today, the SpiralToy Godzilla 1965 review has dropped. If you guys haven't yet, please go check out that showcase. A lot of fun. The figure is super detailed. I love the way that it kind of, once it's under like bright lights, it's like on a dark background like mine. It just really pops. It's not what I expected. I thought it would kind of get, it would blend in a little bit. I expected the highlights like the fingernails and the eyes and the teeth to blow up, but the sculpt itself really, really came out under lighting. And I'm very impressed with this figure. This mold is very, very nice. I'm very, very pleased to own this. Very, very excited. So it's nice. It's a fun little showcase. Nothing too crazy. Pretty laid back, honestly. I just wanted to make sure I got it to you guys since I was technically 2 days late on it. So I'm very, very happy with this figure, though. So it's definitely a figure I plan on keeping in my collection for a very, very long time. It's very, very nice. And it is one of the best 65 sculpts there is, period. So very, very nice. Very, very nice. So please check out that showcase if you haven't already. It's been doing pretty good. So yeah. So let's get into some of the new stuff that dropped. The CCP middle sides specifically. I just have one photo for them, and it's just all the listings. This is from HobbyLink Japan. Obviously, this is an EX. This is an EX, an exclusive wave of figures. We have 6 releases in total, and I've got 4 of them on pre-order. Obviously, the big outlier is the fact that we've got another brand new mold, and this is the Kiryu that was revealed at Summer Wonderfest. We have the normal movie color version there in the top left, and then in the bottom left, we have the beautiful translucent, almost absolute zero colorway, which you can bet your ass I pre-ordered. I didn't pre-order the normal colors, but basically what I'm doing with CCP, I'm getting as many of the translucents that speak to me as I can, and any of the normal painted color versions that speak to me. So when it comes to this set of 6, I've got that Chimney Hedora because it's purple and pink, so I love it. I love it. It looks like cotton candy. So I've got that one on pre-order. I do have that green translucent Mechagodzilla on pre-order. As I said just now, I've got that Kiryu, and of course I have got that beautiful retro colored GMK there on the bottom row. That GMK is drop dead gorgeous. It's kind of like the 95 that I want to buy, except it's the opposite, where the 95 is mostly purple with red highlights. This GMK looks like it's red with purple highlights. Pretty much the opposite. And yeah, and there's that translucent Gigan right there. I'm eyeing that one up. It definitely looks nice. I'm very impressed with it, and I know it looks even better in person. I have seen it in person, and of course, if you guys know my good friend Thirsty Thursday Toys, he has a video up where he reviews, I believe it's 4 of them. It was at the time, I think he had all of them or all but one of them. So if you guys want to check that out, go to Thirsty Thursday Toys channel, look up CCP Gigan, and you'll see his video where he shows you the differences between the good handful of them, because there are quite a few. So that Gigan's very nice. I'm thinking about that one. I wouldn't mind getting the black and red painted one either. Just to kind of stray away from the more movie colors. But I know the yellow on that is super bright, so it's kind of like it's a consideration to add into the CCP box. So we'll see. But like I said, I'm kind of sticking to the colorways that speak to me, or mainly that are pink and purple, and then translucent colorways that I like. I'm not going to get every translucent release, but I'm going to get the ones that I really, really like. So like this 74 Mechagodzilla, I wasn't sure, and then I saw photos of it, and I was like, okay, I think I would really like that. So I did order that, but I'm not getting the normal color Kiryu. It's just movie colors, so it doesn't speak to me that much. It definitely looks good. It looks good, but I'm not feeling the need to want it. And same thing with that Godzilla there in the top right. Once again, it looks really cool. I bet it looks even better in person, which normally happens with these CCPs, but it doesn't pique my interest that much. Plus, as you can see, because they're exclusives, they're a little bit more expensive than the normal releases, and even just the translucent ones. So, I put a budget on there. They're supposed to be released in January, but the CCPs have been coming out a month earlier than planned. Every single set since the glow in the dark wave, this has happened. So I'm going to assume that these will actually release in December instead of January. So unless, these are, when they say January or the beginning of, when they say a month, it's the beginning of the month. But the pre-orders from Hobbylink Japan are normally like the 20th. So we'll see. The trippier, the better. Yes. The trippier the colorways, the more exotic the colorways. That's what really grabs me with these CCP figures, which is why I planning on. So not this pre-order. I do have the last wave that came out here at the end of August. I do have that. Just sorry about that, guys. I just had to mute for a second. Girlfriend had a question. Oh God, I lost my train of thought. My goodness. Let me take a drink quick. I can tell my voice is getting hoarse. Okay, I got it. So the more exotic the colorways, because that's what really grabs me with these CCPs, even before I was buying them. That was the thing that was kind of pulling me towards these was, well, one, the price, and then the colorways were super, super nice. And thankfully, Adam finally got me to get my head out of my butt and buy the G Store Godzilla 2000, that very first one. And well, then it became well, a very stay hydrated. Yes, 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 yes. We got to stay hydrated. It became a very exciting part of my collection, and now I just sit here and look forward to CCP drops. Once or twice every few months because these are just wonderful. Even at these at $40, the price of a Bandai. Basically, they're a little smaller than a Bandai, but they're just really good Safubi pieces. I'm just very, very impressed. Very, very impressed with these. And I cannot wait for the other ones. There's a wave that's coming out, I'm going to guess, here in the next. Ooh, I guess I should watch my invoices. There is a Gamera set, and I don't have photos of it either. Um, Damn. Let me see if I can get photos of them. There's a Gamera wave that's dropping, and I did get two of them. The CCP Gameras, I got the two translucents because they are hot. They are hot, hot as fire. Let's see. Relevance, release date. There. Where's the Gameras? Huh. They're not showing up. Well, okay, so I can't grab a photo of these, I guess. That's weird. Okay, so the Gameras aren't showing up on Hobbylink Japan. They're there. Yep, Gamera the turtle. There, believe it. So there's a Gamera 3 that's a translucent red, and the Gamera 2 I believe is a blue, and they looked awesome. So I got those two on pre-order as well. Those are supposed to drop in October, but like I said, they've kind of been dropping a month early or dropping at the beginning of the month. So I would expect them probably to be getting charged here within the next few days, honestly. Um, yeah, I don't have a charge for them right now, but I would assume that we're going to be getting a charge for them soon. So those will get added in with the last few that I bought. I have two Mechagodzillas and a Chimney Stack Hedorah, which we're just going to talk about the ones that are legitimately available right now. These are the last two molds that I don't have in my collection. So I'm very excited for these. Need more Gamera. I love turtles. I only now watched you only just saw the Heisei movies? Well, I'm glad you finally watched them. The Heisei movies are, well, phenomenal. Some of the best kaiju movies, period. Really damn good movies. And the Showa ones, for me, are just a really strong, lovely vibe. I love the vibe of the Showa Gamera movies. Most of them, at least. I don't like Super Monster, but that's mainly a recut film. So, and it's more recut than than Godzilla's Revenge and Godzilla vs. Gigan. So I feel like it's very okay for me to say I like it a lot less than those two films. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for CCP. I'm ready for more. I was ready for more. Now I'm kind of tapped out. These will probably be the final CCPs I pre-order before Japan. Everything else will probably be a purchase in Japan because we'll be getting in right around the beginning of February. So technically, if a CCP drop happens, and even if it's an exclusive wave, same. I'm a huge Godzilla's Revenge fan. I grew up with that movie. That was one of my first 10 Godzilla movies, so I have a love for Godzilla's Revenge, Manila, and Gabra. So I'm right there with you, Sharktopus. That movie is it's a, I'll say it's a trip. I'm definitely not going to say it's a great movie because it's a good movie, but I personally love it a lot. The girlfriend, not the hugest fan of it, but she's been appreciating it a little bit more. I guess she's watched it once or twice without me, and she's starting to be turned. The only fans of Godzilla's Revenge. No, 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 no. There's tons of people that like it. They just don't say it out loud. Matt's a big Godzilla's Revenge fan. Kaiju fanatic. He loves it. It's one of his favorite films. I might be talking out my butt there a little bit. So, yeah. Also, so speaking of Gamera and speaking of pre-orders, I do wish I would have gotten this sent. I'll actually get this sent over to the iPad right now. We had a surprise pre-order announcement. This is pretty wild. I don't want to say it was unexpected, but this is pretty wild. Okay. Hopefully the stream doesn't shudder too much. We have got, let me add it here into the queue. We have well, I don't want to say it's brand new. We have the newly announced, let me get the info here. I want to make sure I call it the right thing. We have the brand new re-release of the SH Monster Arts Gamera 1996. This is the Sendai Decisive Battle version. So this is the Gamera 2 that we got a long time ago. Got to be getting pretty close to 10 years, 8 years, I believe. We're getting a brand new paint job on it. I think this thing looks way better than the original, which is kind of crazy to say because the original looked awesome as well. Awesome figure. Yeah, this just got announced. I guess according to the website, or according to this is a web shop exclusive. This still should probably be available in the normal spots. It's definitely up there for me. Yeah. So this is a pre-order. So as I was about to say, so here it's saying it's a web shop or a web exclusive. I don't know if that rules it out for Ami Ami and Hobby Link Japan. Pre-orders go live Friday, so it'll be normally it's like 1 or 2 o'clock Central Standard Time in the morning. Is when these drop because these normally drop in the afternoon in Japan typically. So I would look at Hobby Link Japan, Ami Ami first. Otherwise, places like Nin Games will have them. Plenty of places will have this for pre-order. Sharktopus, I personally would recommend, because I got to do this myself, I would recommend getting 99 first, because 99 soon will start to get harder to get. This is a pre-order. This won't be very hard. Plus, we're still waiting for the US pre-order as well. This is 14,300 yen. So not bad. That's, I believe it's like $98. That's right under 100 if you order it from Japan. If you're gonna wait for the US release, it is estimated, not confirmed, but estimated to be about 120, 130 dollars, maybe even 139. Normally, when it's U.S. retail and it's a web exclusive, it's normally closer to exact yen. So if it's in this instance, if it's 100 or if it's 14,000 yen, it's normally $140, give or take. So we'll see about that. So what's really cool though about this, because this is what happened with Gamera 3, they announced the Gamera 3 reissue, and then we got a tease for Iris not long after. Now we've got Gamera 2. Does that mean we're getting a Legion? Which will, I promise this, Legion will take the spot for the most expensive monster arts Legion is humongous, way larger than Iris, way larger than Shimo. This this is going to be, so for US retail, Iris was 319, right? I'm going to guess the US retail for Legion, just, going off of her size and everything that she's got going on, probably going to be closer to 400. I think she's going to be I think she's going to take the new spot for the most expensive. She's going to replace Iris, um, which is fine. I get it. I respect that. If they make her size accurate and she's made well and she looks good, which, critique monsters all you want. Even though Gamera is really not the kaiju to be doing monster arts with, besides accessories, they seem to hit it out of the damn park with their monster arts. Gamera figures. Iris was kind of had, hit and miss issues in a few spots, but for the most part was a very positive figure besides the price. So, I would say it's worth. I would say Legion, even if Legion is expensive, I would say Legion's probably worth it. So I would assume within the next year she will be teased, revealed, maybe even up for pre-order. We'll see. It didn't take too long for Iris. So there's the partial misconception that Monster Arts and it's same thing. It's just Bandai in general. The movie Monster series figures are the same way. The Gamera figures are way better than the Godzilla figures on average. The reason that is because Daiei seems to be a little bit more picky and specific about their figures. They don't just let companies release crap. They do push for mostly accuracy, but making sure they're well quality products as well. You see that mainly in the movie Monster series Gamera figures. All of the new ones have been top notch, amazing. All of them. I missed my Gamera collection greatly. Even those two Showa releases that came out, the Gaios and the Showa Gamera, were amazing. Some of the best figures we've gotten this year / last year. So it's Daiei and Toho. Toho knows this stuff will sell even if it's not the best. Daiei has a little bit more, or has a smaller community, thus, especially right now where I truthfully think there's something behind the scenes. They're trying to revive Gamera one way or the other. Rebirth was a very good start. I think we're going to get more. They have to be more, critical with these figures, because they can't just, if the merchandise doesn't sell well, it's harder to push new movies and new shows. So and that's kind of why, where, Godzilla is larger than Godzilla's ever been. They can push out crap figures because most people are going to buy them, or they can release dodgier monster hearts because we still buy them. I will give Gamera my utmost support. Good. I hope so. Yeah, and the Gameras, even though they're not the most articulated figures, they kind of just sit there. They're not the most dynamic. They always have just crazy accessories. And the thing that kind of puts Legion as a very likely detail is the fact that this Gamera has a piece that it didn't have before, and it has a slightly damaged shell piece that you can interchange. I think we're getting a Monster Arts Legion sooner than later, I would say. So hopefully y'all are pretty excited for that. I am. I'm very excited for this. Admittingly, I'm very, very excited. I will be pre-ordering this one way or the other, whether I get it from Hobby Link Japan or I get it from Ninden Games, which will be my second outlet, or Hobby Genki maybe. This will release in April of 2025, so don't have to worry about this being a Japan finance spoiler because, well, you know, it's here. So pretty damn excited about that. Otherwise, I think that's it for announcements. Which, mind you, the fact that we got the CCPs and then we've got the Gamera, pretty exciting. So I'm definitely now with this going to attempt to get the Heisei Monster Arts figures. Just to have the set because if it's every year or every 2 years that we get a reissue of the Heisei Gamera, which after this all that's left is 95, and then with that we get a Super Gauss. That's a win in my book, so pretty exciting. Ooh. Excuse me, guys. Big yawn. But yeah, I'm pumped for this figure. I am so excited. I really do regret not getting this figure the first time, and I think this one, the color apps, the paint apps look way better. So I'm glad I waited. Patience is a virtue with Monster Arts. Very few figures ever don't get re-releases. I only think there's a handful of things in the Monster Arts line that they won't reissue. Mainly just Godzilla Earth, I think. Both Godzilla Earth and Godzilla Phileas are probably the only two that will probably never be reissued. Same thing with Ultima, Jet Jaguar, Pepe. I don't think they're ever going to get reissued. But everything else, the Heisei figures, they will get new versions. They will. Shin, absolutely. -1, yeah. Don't know about Showa yet. Showa's a little. Excuse me. Showa's a little all over the place because we already have two 64s, but 62 hasn't been reissued. So maybe Millennium is up in the air. So, and Legendary, pretty obvious that they're all down for reissuing over and over and over again. So, pretty exciting. Now, I'm gonna kind of get to the end of the stream here. I'm yawning a lot. I'm tired. I kind of got to get back into a semi-daywalker phase. Got a lot of traveling to do Friday, so I'll be up during the day. When are we getting the Showa Ghidorah? Wasn't that bootleg? The bootleg was almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago now. Never. That bootleg was supposedly modeled after a prototype at Tamashi. I think they just scrapped it because people went and bought the bootleg, and that's punishment. People supported an unofficial product, so now I just don't think they're going to do it. Which, as much as I want to show Ghidorah, I kind of agree with that. Like, we're at a day and age where, even back then, like, bootlegs really, for figures at least, don't need to be a thing. It's the same thing with the -1 bootleg. Why are people buying it? All they're doing is giving money to the bootleggers so then they can make more bootlegs, which then confuses newer people. And it hurts the community. It's just not good. It's one thing when it's a company that makes a bootleg figure, but it's like at least a little different. So like the 5S Toys, I believe, it's the company that does like all the Dragon Ball bootlegs they do like the Super Saiyan 5s. They did Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Like, the base figure is based off the figure arts, but at least like they're doing different, unique characters where it's like these other ones are just like they take the figure, they take the mold, and then they literally just copy and paste, except it's shittier. And I personally don't approve of that. I think it's ridiculous. I don't even think buying it is really worth it. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Um, so personally, that is not something that I support. But bygones be bygones. Um, I'm not going to knock anyone for doing it, but I do think it hurts the figure community a bit when that happens. And it hurts the property itself because then the property is not getting paid for the rights to these characters and these likenesses, which we want to support the official releases, so they're pushed to do more. It's kind of like if a bunch of people did bootleg, unofficial, unlicensed, let's just say bag-ons. We may have never gotten an X Plus, or we might not be getting an X Plus, and we might not be getting a movie monster series figure. Technically. So, but that's all hearsay and theory. But and kind of behind the point, because we do have these. We do have those bag-ons here. We're still waiting on pre-orders for the X Plus bag-on. I don't know why it hasn't gone up yet. Personally, I'm okay with it taking a little bit longer because I can save a little bit of money. So they can take their time. Oh, pardon me. But I think I'm going to get close to wrapping up the stream here. The last thing I want to talk about is we're going to talk about things that are supposed to be coming out here within the next few weeks that I'm supposed to be getting in pre-orders. The first thing that I can confirm, my grandma got me a bootleg. Now I'll make the bootlegs big for mercy. Hey, it happens. I get it. It's nothing to, mull over and hurt yourself over. Um, you know, I have a bootleg in my collection. I bought a Godzilla statue that looks like a Super 7 figure. The package looks like a Super 7 figure, except it had the famous Monsters of Movie Land Godzilla magazine cover on the back of it. I thought it was real, and then after buying it, I found out it wasn't real, and then the figure is literally just the Super 7 mold resculpted. So, not too happy with it, but can't return it, and it's not going to sell. So, just kind of have to deal with it. And technically, Akam and Tenchi technically aren't licensed, but the figures are different enough, so it's, kind of a gray area, but that's besides the point. Things that are supposed to be coming out this month that I'm physically going to get or supposed to get. So the first thing, we do have the Shinkoho Seiho SH Figure Arts Evil Tiga that releases here, that actually just dropped in Japan just yesterday. So I should be getting a shipping notification here within the next week and a half. Oh shoot, I finally got my VIP. Sorry guys, I just got my VIP information for my festival. So I was wondering when I was going to get it. So glad I just got the text for it. Or the email for it. But I should be within the next week and a half, should be getting the shipping information on that Evil Tiga. I won't be reviewing it, but we will unbox it. I will talk about it because I do love my Shinkoho Seiho Ultraman figures. And this Evil Tiga, I saw a review on it last night or this morning. Looks to be one of the best. I think it might be the best one. It looks so good. So good. So you have that. One thing I'm not expecting, even though it's supposed to come out this month, but this company has been delay central for the last year. Mondo is supposed to be dropping the first colorway, and the San Diego Comic-Con Cherry Blossom colorway for the All Monsters Attack Godzilla's Revenge set. I do not expect those this month. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if those are delayed until November. I'm just going to be completely transparent. I don't have a lot of faith in Mondo getting these out on time. I really don't. Especially what we saw this year, where we saw Mechagodzilla getting delayed 3-4 months, Rodan got delayed 4 months, Aztec Godzilla got delayed 6 months, I think, 5 months, something like that, something crazy. So I truthfully don't expect um, the Gamera set to be here soon, which is regrettable because it's Cherry Blossom and it's Gamera and Manila and Godzilla. I'm one of the Safubi sets I'm looking forward to the most. Is literally that and the evolved Godzilla. Very, very excited to have those in my hand. And it's just kind of disappointing to already be going into it in the mindset of it's probably not coming out. The other thing, this isn't 100%, like I said earlier, but it is possible that the CCP Gameras will be dropping into my Hobby Link Japan warehouse, to which case it will go in the same box that the other CCPs are in, and maybe a few extra CCPs if I can round up a few extra dollars after I buy a few things that I am written down for. Specifically, something very special that is at the top of my list. Once I get this festival done and through, that is priority number one when it comes to anything in the collecting, after bills. That is priority number one. So definitely looking forward to that. Then what else? There was something else. Oh, I think I said this last stream, but unsurprisingly, have not gotten an update. I was reached out to from a certain someone about the gigantic Shin, and it has now been a week and 3 days from when it was supposed to ship. No updates, nothing. So the Easy Hobby X Plus Gigantic Shin Godzilla is still missing. I think I'm gonna have to start looking into making something out of it. I think I might have to do a warning video and some posts. Um, at this point, I've been told that it's going to be shipping 4 times now. The last time before this the second to last time was in May. Literally got ghosted, and then called him out on Facebook with a bunch of other people, and then said a week, and that was over a week ago already. So I think I'm gonna have to do the extreme thing, which I don't take solace in. I'm not gonna enjoy doing that, but yeah, you can't keep me away from my Shin. But it's something I think I'm gonna have to do. So, plan is to rain hellfire soon. I'm going to reply on Facebook one more time. If I don't get an update or if it's not shipped, then, like I said, going to rain some heavy hellfire on this person. And then we're going to actually, after the fact, be saying who it is, what business it is, and I'm going to go on a full do not buy from them. So I'm going to just give them a little bit more faith, even though I've given them more than enough patience. And I know there's plenty of other people who have had even worse horror stories from him. That he definitely doesn't deserve this patience. He doesn't deserve this amount of business respect that I'm trying to give him. But I think it's, after this week, once I'm back from vacation, I think it's time to open the gates in Pandora's box and just kind of rain fire. If you can't be honest with your customers, then, well, not my fault anymore. So that's just my take on it. So I feel like there was something else. Oh, yeah, I don't think I definitely am not Sharktopus. I will not. I will try to be as professional and as, still ride the high road on it, but I will not. So I've got some ideas already. One thing, the other thing, I do have one more box that will be coming in. It is an anime-related box, anime items. It's pretty small. It's not too complicated, but I'm very, very excited. We're getting some more My Dress Up Darling Figmas, Neandroid specifically, and I am getting my first chained soldier statue. So nothing too crazy. I will unbox it live. Probably won't be seeing videos for them. Might do some funny like skit shorts. I've been kind of wanting to do skits again, and I feel like that's a great way to kind of use the anime figures that I have, at least the ones that are YouTube approved, which isn't saying much because basically YouTube cancels anything with any amount of skin at this point. So it's really, I've been noticing the action figure, like the Figma figure collecting community's kind of been hit hard because if there's even amount thigh, ankle cleavage, it basically gets ad revenue destroyed. So pretty ridiculous, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so we got that. Got Evil Tiga. Supposed to be getting Gigantic Shin, but once again, not expecting it. Supposed to be getting All Monsters Attack set, once again, not expecting it, but there's a chance. And then the CCPs aren't expected, but I wouldn't be surprised. So, but that box still won't ship for a little bit. Like I said, I would like to try to, after I get this first purchase done, this priority purchase after this festival. It depends on how much I spend on my vacation. I'm going to go a little bit transparent clothing. Yeah. It's the same thing with Twitch. Let certain people get away with it, and then others would not. Which is a whole debate that I'm not going to get into. I'm all for one. Art is art, but at the same time, I try to keep kids safe as well. But there's other ways of doing it rather than just like ad revenue bombing people. So. But it is what it is, I guess. But I'm going to end it here, guys. I've got a few things I want to get to tonight, and then I want to try to get to bed early tonight, start getting into day walker schedule. So hopefully you all had a wonderful time. Thank you guys for watching. We got 5 viewers right now. Thank you guys. I really appreciate the support. Thank y'all. Hopefully y'all are excited for the things down the line, and of course more is coming. Remember, Godzilla's birthday is literally a month and a few weeks away. November 3rd. Things are going to get crazy. There is no amount of warning I can give you guys. Things are going to get wild in the next month. So be prepared. Hold your wallets. Be careful with extra purchases. And see you guys later. Remember to check out that Spiral Godzilla 1965 review. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much. Bye.